Hi, John. Hey. Today we got up to make potatoes. Yeah. Potatoes with marijuana dressing. Yeah, like roasted potatoes with marijuana, in the marinade. Yeah. Bunny he didn't mean to, but he just scratched my hand. You could see it was bleeding there. Because I feed the birds and he jumps out this window and terrorizes them. Yeah. So I don't want the birds to feel unsafe. So I grabbed him by, the scruff and pulled him back, but his back leg caught me. He didn't do it intentionally, in other words, right? And now he could go out through that window, but he's not doing it. The birds are coming to feed, and he's like, not. Oh, there's a squirrel. Hey, Rocky. Let's get a picture of Rock. Rocky, are you eating some breads? You eating bread knobs? Yeah, we got a picture of Rocky through the screen here, looking good, looking rockish. He's enjoying his bread knobs. You could see the bread knobs up close. The detail of these extraordinary bread knobs. So extraordinary, as George Harrison would say, it's an extraordinary pastry. And if you didn't see the early Facebook videos of George's and Sandy's bed and breakfast, then you really haven't seen anything. Speaking of Sandy, she's here today. I'm here every day. Sandy Mandela. She's sitting by the man. Sandy, where should I put this Mandela? I'm thinking on it too. We're going to find the perfect spot as we always do. I'm thinking on it too, though. How are you two doing? We too are doing okay. Yeah. So you wanted to do that song. I'll help you with it. All right. This is a song we wrote back in January, February, March, April, May 4th, 2014. John brings to my attention. I was so proud of this song. I sent a copy to the girl who contacted me. Again, my old friend. She never commented on it. She never said a word. I posted it on her Facebook page and her friends liked it, but she didn't. My best friend, right? It's pathetic, isn't it? Hi, Howard. Yeah. Hey, Rob. Hey. Yeah, you find out who your friends are, especially when the going gets tough, right? And, don't try to write it off as her being just a drunk. She was uncomfortable with your husband having cancer, and she really chose not to step up. She had other things going on in her life that she couldn't really be bothered to support you in that time of need. Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping she would be drunk. Oh, she's that plenty. She's that plenty. Okay, we see you is the story here, right, John? Yeah. So anyway, we wrote this beautiful song right around the time that we went into a psychiatric facility in Jamaica Hospital to be evaluated. And it started out as just a poem, and then when I got home, we put it to music. During our last studio recording, where we recorded songs like Warning Bell and Coming Along for the Ride, our most recent endeavors, this was at the top of the list to record, and the vibe was not there that day. I never went into a studio and just couldn't do a song. We did everything else on the list. We did not record Two Stars Born. So, honey, let's just put the camera and see what we got here. All right. See, that's what kept happening to my hand. That's all right. baby, here I am, just waiting until the coast is clear, and we're social workers and butterflies. No sense wondering who or why, as we narrow it down to ground zero for our greatest American hero. Oh, baby, to touchdown, down here on the ground, barely making a sound, but my hero's around. You know my hero's around. You're not feeling it. It's a great song, and I wish I was feeling better. Very quickly, another sketch by John, Emergence. So now Bunny, oh God, this retainer in my mouth, I'm losing it. It's to keep that tooth from stabbing me to death. I'm in so much pain today, it's ridiculous. But anyway, Bunny seems to be now guarding the bread knob area. So I'm going to have to bring the bread knobs into the bedroom to finish feeding the birds. So in the meantime, John, I want to do a poem from our book. All right, just put it right here. Why not? Throw the diary on the bread knobs. What a mess. Another sketch by John, Heal Me. Really beautiful. If you look at John's sketches as John Lennon, and he did a lot of artwork, and there's a lot of sketches available to look at. You see the lines, and he always signs his own name when he writes something in my books, our books. So you can you'll see that you could see this. It's the same type of drawing. The one line, two lines, until the drawing is done. Here's this poem, My Twin Girl. You guys can read it. You can pause the camera and read it. I think that's what we're going to do this morning. Let's just look at our book a little bit. Girlie by the Seaside. Again, that was done in February 2015. My Honey at the Shoreline. Sweetie by the Sea. All that I have yearned for. Thank you, Lord, for blessing we. Very pretty. Never Mind. Kurt was teaching me his song, Never Mind. But never mind, we never finished it. Kurt, I will work on that song. It's easy. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Here's a poem that John wanted me to read out loud. I wrote this poem up at the cabin well before connecting with John. And well before Chris had cancer. So it was about 2009, 2010. I think Hiram had just died. In my soul, there's a quiet storm. The self-proclaimed genius is a tried and true fool. The world and her tribes are the soul's harshest school. What is trust? What is lust? What is love? Songs for another lesson. Poems on an empty canvas. Sketches in a notebook. Loss of a dream. Dream of another. Started again. And dream. Ask yourself why, but who is yourself? Balanced up on a wobbling shelf. The whole room is tilted, and so are your views. Perceptions so filtered, there's nothing to lose. Got to find your own way before forming a team proper. And that little sketch is by John, done years later. And that last line is by John, before forming a team proper. So really, my poem ends with "Gotta find your own way," right? And then I added before finding a team prop, right? So, and there's dreams in here. In this book, you want to see what went on before you, yeah. All kinds of flashbacks. You at Brady's Tavern with your tube top and overalls, right? Yeah, these. I was writing quite a bit. These were notes for my short story memoirs that I would work on. Here's another one, another poem from that time, Dawn. Coyote pups yippin' and pippin' at dawn. What fine fortune that this be my own morning song. I miss the country. There's my coyote out there. It looks a lot like a squirrel, but it's a coyote. He's eating all the breads. There's a note here. Sinatra had a dog named Girlie, just like me. There's a quote by Amy Mann from her song Lost in Space. I'm not the girl you once put your faith in, just someone who looks like me. Amy Mann, I was very much in tune with her then. Had no idea the connection that existed between us, or that would exist between us. Notes on Karen, for descriptive notes on Karen Krupe for my memoir. She stands before me. Well, let's see the first. Well, yeah. In her eyes, in my acid-washed, enlightened state, I see at once fear of rejection, joy of acceptance. I see innocent love, the same kind of love that scares me and scares us both. She stands before me, all crazy black hair, wife-beater t-shirt layered with a Ralph Norton-esque brown leather vest. She's so diminutively butch, all 5 feet of her. How did this person end up in my life? You didn't put that in your memoir. No, I didn't. That's a beautiful segment, Lena. It speaks of your love for her, which wasn't always so apparent in the memoir. Your memoir was layered in scorn. Rightfully so. She behaved scornfully. But she watches all your videos, and now she will see this. Wake-up call. You were loved before you fucked it all up. More on Herman. This beast is verbal. He barks, he howls, he moans, he growls. He absolutely loves the sound of his own voice. No wonder we understand each other. Quote from Gary Loris's song, his beautiful song, Gary Loris of the Jayhawks. Will I see you in heaven? Shine your light from above. With your love, I am never alone. Won't you carry me? Won't you carry me home? And here's my poem that I know I did publish on my other blog, and I'll republish it, but here's the draft of it anyway. I'll see if I can perfect it as I read it. Twin Pines. Twin Pines Twin Pines against October sky. We come in twos, I don't know why. 2 cats, 2 dogs, 2 humans we. Twin Pines the first thing that I see. They face across the road from me. On my old wood porch with a cup of tea. Twin Pines against October sky. Enough to make me want to cry. Another season on the fly. We're old family now, these trees and I. Leaves a crunch neath critters' feet. Nowhere for miles a pavement street. Macy racing in a crouch. Little sketch of Maisie there. No, you can't bring that chipmunk in the house. Hubby snoring, still in bed. Covers pulled up over his head. Coyotes rampage valley below. Herman watchful on patrol. Many trees already bare, but there will be always color there. In deep lush hues of evergreen. Twin pines, the loveliest I've seen. So you see, she was a poet before I came along. Yes. But I see you in there helping. I see you in there all the time. That one was written October 11th, 2010. Right around this time. Today's October 18th, by the way. Oh, here's October 17th. Yeah. This is fun. This is a nice surprise. Yeah. Vacation. And we were on vacation October 17th through the 23rd. So this this is the anniversary of the second day of vacation. I was just mentioning to Chris and John yesterday, this is the time of year we would head up to the cabin for like almost 2 weeks. We would take like a real long one of our real long vacations, and because we loved it so much this time of year, carving pumpkins and making fires, and sometimes we'd get some snow, and it just was magical time of year. The animals loved it so much. And anyway, here's our poem Vacation. Oh no, it's not a poem. I'm talking, okay, this is a stream of consciousness. All right, interesting. Fighting a flu sort of thing, listening to Ryan Adams' Cold Roses. Maisie's tail catches fire. I write Tailblazer. There is freezing weather, actually below freezing, and we are getting snow. Feverish while grocery shopping. I'm going crazy keeping Herman busy. He's barking, demanding to play ball while I'm trying to cook. He's incessantly going in and out, driving me nuts. I'm reading the book Easter Parade by Yeats. Also reading The Inquirer and The Star. And really getting into stories about Travolta and Cruz. I think there was a big, homosexual Scientology thing going on there. Endless bouts of fitful napping. Herman and Ellie won't stop yapping. Have to shower outdoors. The moon is getting fuller every night, leading up to Saturday. The night of the alien visit. Oh, that's a great blog piece. Yeah. Oh, so it happened that week. Yeah. Crazy, man. The blinding light through the skylights above and seeing everything through closed eyelids. Yes, I will post that story. I will post that story today. Piano, guitar, and bongos are sitting forlornly abandoned because I'm now like feeling like I have a full-blown flu. Am I detoxing or retoxing? I can't tell what I'm doing. Yeah, really crazy. Have to stoke fires all day until the warmth finally comes with the darkness. It's not dark yet, but it's getting there. I quote Bob Dylan there without giving him credit, but that's... Later, I do play the piano along with Gillian Welch's Revival CD. I'm finding my soul again, and it turns out it was never lost. So I was going through something at that time, too, and that was well before... It was the beginning of your awakening. It was your getting primed. Ellie getting loopy, walking into the wood stove. Yeah, she banged into the stove. I remember that. She was she had maybe a few months left at that point. Yeah, she would be gone in another 6 months or so. Uh, I do not trust my body or my mind. It's a betrayal of self. A new brand of fear is derived from the panic of having another panic attack. Yeah, I was always struggling with panic. These these journal entries are reminding me very much of my incarnation as Sylvia Plath. Yes, that's why you had to come back and do it again, because of your life as Sylvia Plath and your death as Sylvia Plath. Right. This is what I was trying to explain. You're gonna have to come back if you as she was a genius. She was beautiful. She was lovely, and she was loving. But she still had to come back because she killed herself. Because she was an incomplete soul because she couldn't stop drinking, and that's the story. Uh oh, this is funny. The Ellie and Herman dynamics. Ellie was quiet until Herman. Instead of her docile, unquestioning nature rubbing off on him, she has brought demanding to an art form under his tutelage. She became an obnoxious bitch when Herman came, and she like really seemed to love it. Yeah, she was pretty quiet until Herman came here, and then she's like, "Oh, he's behaving crazy. I'm gonna do it too." Oh, these are good. And I will read this last one because it's mommy's. I think it's her favorite, and I know it's mine. All right, Johnny loves this one, the stair poem. And there's lots. This was nice. This was meditation in a good form. Going over this journal. Yeah, you're not up to anything much more than this today. And then we'll have some lunch and oh well, it's good. The potatoes will have are laced with tons of marijuana leaves, so I think I'll probably pass out. That sounds great. Maybe I'll make some eggs. Should I make some vegan eggs, folks? Vegan eggs, yeah. You know what? I'll throw some eggs in a pan too and have those with the potatoes. Doesn't that sound great? Yeah. Here's my stair poem. Yeah. Written May 14th, 2011. Um, Sick of it all, sick of it all. Stare at the nails stuck in the wall. Stare at the brick, stare at the pipe. Stare at the fire into the night. Staring at you, staring at me. We stare at the dogs as they stare at a tree. Stare at the stars, stare at the moon. Stare at the walls lining our room. Stare at the stairs that lead to our door. Stare at the rug that lays on the floor. And our pain and our love and our joy and our fears. Not so sick of it all, after all, my dears.